I saw the Snapchat notification on his phone. They were betting on my surgery. Nathan put 10,000 on me living. She's my wife, he typed. My golden goose. I need her alive. Tara laughed next to him. She typed back. I say she dies. 50,000. I couldn't read the rest. They wheeled me in. I woke up 2 weeks later. My head felt like glass. The doctor spoke in low tones. Severe cerebral edema, he said. She was oxygen deprived. There's a high chance of temporary amnesia. Tara's eyes lit up. She pressed against Nathan's chest. Perfect, she whispered. We can kiss right in front of her. She won't remember anything anyway. The door clicked shut. Nathan shoved her off. He collapsed onto the sofa. His shirt was crisp. His hair was perfect. He looked bored. The doctor said chance, he said. Not guarantee. Tara giggled. She wrapped her arms around his neck. Just imagine it, Nathan. What if she forgot everything? He didn't agree. But he didn't push her away. I coughed. My throat burned. Nathan practically threw Tara off his lap. He stumbled to my bedside. Karen. His voice cracked. You're awake. He reached for my face. I turned away. His hand froze. Tara stepped closer. She studied my expression. Do you? She paused. Do you know who we are? I stared at them. This was my husband of 7 years. This was the housekeeper he'd brought into our home. They'd wagered on my death. They'd treated my life like a slot machine. I shook my head slowly. Tara almost squealed. We're your friends, she blurted. Nathan opened his mouth. She cut him off. You were in a terrible car crash, she said. We rushed you to the hospital. She grabbed Nathan's arm. She squeezed tight. Her eyes sparkled. And this is my boyfriend. She looked up at him. Waiting. Nathan paused. Then he nodded. Yeah, he said softly. I'm her boyfriend. My name is Nathan. He spun the lie perfectly. He was best friends with my husband, he said. But my husband vanished 6 months ago. He and Tara had been caring for me, paying for everything. We did our best, Nathan said. He lowered his eyes. For a moment, he looked almost sad. I touched my stomach. It was flat now. Empty. The baby, I whispered. Did we lose him? Nathan turned away. His voice cracked. You hemorrhaged during delivery. The baby didn't make it. We'd tried for 7 years. Every doctor said he was healthy. But he kicked so hard when I saw those messages. Maybe he knew. Maybe he didn't want a father like Nathan. Tears ran down my face. Nathan reached for a tissue. Then he stopped. Right. He was just a friend now. He handed it to me instead. Don't be sad, he said. You can try again. I shook my head. No, I said. I won't. He froze. I met his eyes. My husband is missing, right? The doctor said I needed rest. Lots of rest. I barely had energy to breathe. Nathan practically moved into my room. He watched me constantly, but he was terrified I'd catch him. Your husband asked me to do this, he explained. I'm supposed to be the godfather. I have to take care of you. I ignored him. So he talked. He talked constantly. Did you really forget everything? He asked. Do you remember how you met? I smiled bitterly. I wished I could forget. He didn't notice. College, he said. Junior year. You staked out the girls' dorm. You chased a DoorDash thief for a mile. That was true. I was so broke back then. Every meal counted. I waited 7 days. 7 days in the cold. On the 7th day, he appeared. Black clothes. Mask. Beanie. He grabbed my food like he owned it. I chased him. A full mile. He climbed a fence. I ran to the east gate. I rounded the corner. I crashed into Nathan. He wore black too. Mask. Beanie. Exactly like the thief. I grabbed his arm. I flipped him over my shoulder. He hit the concrete hard. You should have seen his face, Nathan laughed. completely dazed. He kept asking where this wild girl came from. After that, we officially met. He complained about his arm every day. He demanded compensation. I offered cash. He refused. He just wanted an excuse, Nathan said, to be near you. I was too naive back then. I didn't have money anyway, so I offered labor. His arm was injured. I got his lunch. I carried his backpack. I sat next to him in lectures. He kept finding reasons to stay. When I chased another thief, he blocked them. When I hunted a cat abuser, he helped me set traps. I was slow, so slow. It took me months to realize he was courting me. He followed you like a puppy, Nathan said. You treated him like a brother. He literally cried in his dorm room. I remembered that. His eyes were so soft. But he got what he wanted, I said. Yes, he did. 3 years he pursued me. Senior year, we caught a pervert in the girls' locker room. The guy had a box cutter. Nathan took a slash to his arm. He almost bled out. In that hospital room, he asked me out. I said yes. We promised forever in that room, Nathan said. I lowered my head. My mouth tasted like copper. Forever in a hospital. Destroyed in a hospital. After we started dating, he was perfect. No phone snooping. No temper. He made me laugh every day. He went along with all my crazy ideas. We barely argued. I loved catching thieves. Others mocked me, not him. He praised me constantly. He said I was full of courage. His eyes sparkled. I fell for those eyes. Now they looked cloudy, greedy, scheming. Not a shred of honesty. But love has bitter moments. Before graduation, my parents appeared at college. They said my grandmother was dying. They dragged me back to their town. My father said, I never wanted to pay for college. Your grandmother gave you her savings. But college wasn't wasted. Some man will pay 50 grand for you. They were selling me to an old widower. My mother slapped me. Evelyn kept blocking us. She spat. She didn't think about this family. My grandmother was the only one who loved me. They stressed her to death. They locked me in the attic. The town was deep in the mountains. No way out. On the wedding day, I wanted to die. I'd rather die than submit. But Nathan found me. He charged into that town alone. He was stabbed 3 times. State troopers arrived in time. We barely survived. He slipped into a coma. I stayed by his bed for 3 days. The first thing he said when he woke up, "Don't be afraid," he whispered. "I'll protect you forever." My parents went to prison. The locals who stabbed him too. But Nathan's mother Victoria was furious. She came to my motel room. She threw a check at me. "Get lost," she said. Nathan found out. He dragged himself to the room. He grabbed the check and crumpled it. He swallowed it. Right in front of her. Then he grabbed a fruit knife. He pointed it at his crotch. "Mom," he said, "if I can't marry Karen, I'll cut myself right now." Victoria's face turned white. "If you don't let me marry her, I'll die." His eyes were like steel back then. He meant every word. "He really loved you," Nathan said softly. Guilt flickered across his face. "You two were so strong together." I looked at him. Would he ever cheat on me? Nathan froze. His smile looked painful. "How?" He swallowed. "How is that possible?" He loved you so much." "Did he?" "He loved me." But that didn't stop him. He kept a whore on the side. When he loved me, he would have given his heart. But something changed. 5 years into our marriage. 4th year, actually. We weren't college kids anymore. The spark faded. Nathan took over his family's company. Victoria still looked down on me. But relationships require compromise. He took knives for me. So I returned the favor. Victoria wanted a perfect housewife. So I quit my job. I learned flower arranging. I practiced smiling in the mirror. Sometimes I felt sick. Was this really me? The girl who chased thieves for a mile? I didn't recognize myself. Even Nathan started sighing. He said I was sweet now. He liked the peace, but he also felt empty. Sometimes I dream of the old you, he said. The one who laughed so wildly. He couldn't find her in me, so he found her in another woman. Tara. 3 years ago, she started interning at Sterling Group. She was young, beautiful, bright and wild. Nathan mentioned her once. She reminds me of you, he said. In college. I was too trusting. I trusted our history. Then he came home later. His shirts carried perfume. I told myself trust is the foundation. I ignored the signs. I desperately tried to get pregnant. I wanted a real family, but right before my delivery, I saw his phone. That Snapchat notification. My husband. The man who took knives for me, betting on my life with another woman. My world shattered. My baby died. The memories receded like a cold tide. Nathan looked at me with those eyes, devoted eyes, but now I saw the guilt hiding underneath. Just rest, he whispered. I'll always be by your side, by my side. With Tara. Am I just a prop in your game? I looked at the apple he offered me. It's rotten, I said. What? It's completely rotten. I survived 2 more weeks in that room. Finally, discharge day arrived. Nathan drove. Tara came too. She looked thrilled. We redecorated your room, she whispered. But Nathan and I are dating now. The walls aren't thick. If you hear anything at night. Tara, Nathan snapped. She pouted. She reached into her pocket. A small foil packet. She slipped it into Nathan's suit pocket. Right in front of me. His preferred brand. This absurd show. How long would they keep playing? I didn't want to see their faces anymore. Since my husband is missing, I said. I should have my own place. I don't want to get in your way. Nathan, take me to my house. My voice was cold, final. He wanted to argue, but I was stubborn. And Tara nodded vigorously beside him. She couldn't wait to get rid of me, to take my place, to be lady of the house. Nathan made a phone call. He drove me to a West Side villa, a wedding gift from years ago. How ironic. I'd allowed myself to be locked in a golden cage. The car stopped. They escorted me upstairs, one on each side, playing their parts perfectly. The house was spotless, clean top to bottom. Nathan unlocked the door. Your body is still weak, he said. I don't feel safe leaving you alone. If anything feels wrong, call me immediately. I'll drive over to take you back to. He stopped. He saw a figure in the hallway. Nathan's brows furrowed. Arlo, what the hell are you doing? Arlo Bennett stopped right in front of me. Nathan's childhood friend, his college roommate, and my closest ally. He flashed a brilliant smile. Karen, he said, I'm back. What? What is going on? My mind went blank. Nathan looked dumbfounded. Arlo stayed completely calm. He reached out. He grabbed my hand. His expression turned serious. It's me, Karen. Your husband who's been missing for 6 months. Nathan's face turned white. He staggered back. What the hell are you talking about? Arlo squeezed my hand. Karen, he said. We need to talk. Alone. Tara started laughing. Wait, she said. Is this a joke? Nathan grabbed Arlo's shoulder. Get away from her. Arlo didn't move. He looked right into my eyes. 6 months ago, Nathan called me. He said you two were having problems. He asked me to stay away. I've been in Seattle, but I saw the hospital records. Nathan's grip tightened. Karen, he's lying. Don't listen to him. Arlo pulled out his phone. He showed me the screen. Look at this. I looked. It was a text message. From Nathan. Dated 6 months ago. Arlo, I need you gone. Don't contact Karen. The marriage is failing. Stay out of it. Arlo scrolled down. Now look at this. Another text. Dated 3 months ago. I'm going to delete Karen from the hospital records. Put myself down as her emergency contact. Don't try to stop me. Nathan grabbed my arm. Karen, please. These are taken out of context. The car accident happened after I sent those. Arlo shook his head. There was no car accident. I checked the police reports. No accident. She was admitted from the delivery room. For the baby. Nathan's face went from white to grey. Karen, he whispered. I can explain. I pulled my arm back. I looked at the man who'd taken knives for me. The man who'd swallowed a check for me. The man who'd threatened to cut himself for me. Now he was lying to my face. My husband is missing, I asked. Nathan opened his mouth. Nothing came out. You're so desperate, I said. You destroyed our marriage. You broke our family. And now you're still lying. Arlo stepped forward. He stood between us. Karen, he said softly, we need to call the police. Nathan's eyes went wide. Wait, he said. Wait. No police. Arlo shook his head. I have the documents. The hospital records. The bank statements. The Snapchat screenshots. You and Tara betting on her life. Nathan stumbled. He looked at Tara. She was frozen. Her eyes were terrified now. Her cute housekeeper act was gone. This is crazy, Tara said. Karen, he's manipulating you. You're confused. You have amnesia. You don't remember what actually happened. I walked to the window. I looked down at the street below. A police car was parked there. I didn't remember calling them. But Arlo must have. He was always prepared. Always protecting me, even when I thought he'd abandoned me. Karen, Nathan said. He was crying now. Please. I love you. I never meant for it to go this far. I laughed. It came out harsh. You bet on my death. While I was delivering your child. You and your mistress. Nathan crumpled. He dropped to his knees. The sound echoed through the room. Karen, I'll do anything. Anything. I'll leave her. I'll burn the company. Just don't do this. Tara screamed. What? You're dumping me now? Nathan ignored her. He crawled toward me. I'll change, he said. We can start over. Please. I looked down at him. This pathetic man on the floor. The man who'd once threatened suicide for me. Now he was begging to keep his secret. How many people did you tell? I asked. What? How many people know you're not actually a good husband? He stopped. His face went slack. Everyone, Arlo said. The hospital staff heard the bet. Multiple witnesses. They recorded it. On their phones. Nathan looked at Arlo. You knew this whole time? Arlo nodded. I started investigating after Karen went into surgery. I found all of it. The money transfers. The property deeds. The fake accounts. Nathan's whole life was falling apart. Right in front of me. I should have felt bad. I didn't. Arlo pulled out one more document. The hospital misdiagnosed the amnesia, he said. She never lost her memory. Not even for 1 second. Nathan's eyes went wide. He looked up at me. Karen. I met his gaze. I heard everything, I said. Every word. The bet. The lies. The housekeeper. And your boyfriend. Tara started screaming. She threw a vase at the wall. It shattered. Nathan stood up. He stumbled toward the door. You can't do this, he said. My mother owns this town. My family will crush you both. Arlo smiled. He reached into his pocket. He pulled out a newspaper. The headline read, Sterling Group Corruption Probe. CEO Nathan Sterling subject of investigation. Nathan grabbed the paper. His hands were shaking. This is fake. This is all fake. Arlo shook his head. The SEC is already involved. 2 years of evidence. All compiled. I'm your childhood friend. Your best man. Did you think I'd let you ruin her? Nathan dropped the paper. He slumped against the wall. Tara was sobbing now. Her perfect plan. Her perfect boyfriend. Her perfect future. All gone. all burned to ash. I walked toward the door. The police were coming up the stairs. I could hear their footsteps. Karen, Nathan whispered. Please, don't leave me. I didn't turn around. Find your own way out, I said. You always did. The police took Nathan and Tara. I watched from the window. Handcuffs. 2 cars. They drove away. Arlo stood beside me. You did the right thing, he said. I didn't answer. My body was shaking. Surgery. Coma. Lies. All of it crashing down. We need to get you somewhere safe, Arlo said. He took my arm. Victoria will come after you. I knew he was right. Victoria Sterling owned half the city. She'd protected Nathan his whole life. She wouldn't stop now. Where are we going? I asked. I bought a place, he said. A few miles north. Secure. Private. I nodded. I didn't have the energy to argue. The drive was quiet. Arlo didn't push. He let me stare out the window. Trees passed. Houses. Everything blurred. The pain in my stomach was dull now, but it was still there. The empty space. The silence. The baby I'd never hold. Arlo pulled into a gated driveway. The house was small, modern, overlooking the canyon. Your grandmother left you money, he said. I invested it. Years ago. I blinked. What? Evelyn, he said. Before she died. She gave me instructions. To keep it safe. My grandmother. The only person who ever loved me. She'd been planning this. For years. The money is yours now, Arlo said. Enough to disappear. Enough to start over. I looked at him. Why didn't you tell me? Because Nathan was watching, he said. Every move you made. If he knew you had resources, he would have taken it. Controlled it. Used it to trap me. Of course. Of course. The perfect husband. The golden boy. He'd been watching. I found something else, Arlo said. His voice dropped. In Nathan's files. He's been siphoning money. From Sterling Group. Millions. I sat down. My knees wouldn't hold me. For how long? For years, Arlo said. He hid it as business expenses. Lost investments. Phantom employees. He didn't just betray you. He betrayed the company. And Victoria knew. I felt the world tilt. Victoria. His mother. She'd thrown a check at me. She'd called me trash. She'd tried to destroy my marriage. But she covered up theft. For her son. Show me, I said. Arlo pulled out his phone. Document after document. Fake accounts. Shell companies. Offshore transfers. Nathan was drowning. And he'd dragged everyone with him. Can we stop him? I asked. We need to, Arlo said. Before he destroys everything. Destroy the evidence. Blame someone else. Maybe you. My blood turned cold. He was right. Nathan was capable of anything. He'd let our baby die. He'd bet on my life. He'd burn the world down. I wouldn't let him. But I needed a plan. A real plan. Not just running. Not just hiding. Did you talk to the police? I asked. They took the basic reports, Arlo said. Snapchat records. Hospital statements. But no one's pushed. The Sterling name. It buys time. How much time? A few days. Maybe a week. Victoria would make calls. She'd bribe officials. She'd find a way. I needed to move faster. Get me a lawyer, I said. Not someone local. Someone from out of state. Someone Victoria doesn't know. Arlo nodded. I have contacts. Give me 3 hours. I gave him 12. He needed to be safe. I needed to be smart. Waiting. The worst part. I walked to the kitchen. I poured water. I stared at the glass. The baby would have been born in autumn. October, maybe. I'd imagined the nursery. Yellow walls. A rocking chair. Nathan laughing. It was all lies. Every single moment. Every promise. Every sacrifice. I'd given up everything for that man. My career, my independence, my voice. And he traded me for a housekeeper. A cheap bet on my own death. How did I not see it? How did I let him do this? I drank the water. I put the glass down. I walked back to the living room. Arlo was on the phone. His voice was low, controlled, professional. The same voice he used in court, before he quit law, before he moved to Seattle. He was fighting for me. Again. Always. I need to tell you something, I said. He hung up. What is it? I lost the baby. He went pale. I know, he said. I saw the reports. But I didn't know how to tell you. I nodded. It didn't hurt less. But it felt true. It was a boy, I said. 7 pounds. He would have survived. The doctors said he was healthy. Arlo crossed the room. He took my hands. Karen, listen to me. You didn't cause this. His death wasn't your fault. But I didn't. You couldn't have stopped it. The bleeding, the complications, they were random, horrible, and Nathan used them. He made everything worse. I pulled my hands away. I needed to think, not feel. Feeling would break me. I need to see him, I said. What? Nathan. Before Victoria gets to him. Before anyone does. Arlo, I need to look him in the eyes. One more time. Arlo studied my face. He looked for signs. Craziness. Breakdown. I gave him nothing. Tonight, he said. I'll arrange it. Not in custody. Somewhere private. Somewhere the police won't know. I nodded. I'll wait. He left. 3 hours. I spent them on the floor, back against the wall, trying to breathe. The baby wasn't there anymore, but I still felt him. Kicking, twisting, fighting. He fought so hard. Just like me. Maybe that's why I fell apart. Because the fight was gone, and I didn't know how to get it back. Arlo came back. It's set, he said. Warehouse on the east side. Nathan will be there. Alone. Victoria doesn't know. How? I have a friend, he said. At the station. They owed me. I stood up. I brushed off my clothes. I looked in the mirror. Pale. Hollow. Thin. My face wasn't mine anymore, but my eyes were sharp. They were still fighting. That was enough. We drove to the warehouse. Dark. Cold. Empty. Nathan was waiting. He looked terrible. Bruises on his face. His crisp shirt was torn. His perfect hair was a mess. You shouldn't have come, he said. His voice was broken, but his eyes were still scheming. You wanted me here, I said. I wanted to explain. Explain what? He stepped closer. Tara made me do it. She seduced me. She manipulated everything. I laughed. It echoed off the walls. You're blaming a 23-year-old? She's a child. She's a liar, he said. Just like you. I stepped forward. Say that again. He didn't. He shrank back. I paid for everything, he said. Your surgery, the hospital, the house. You owe me. There it was. The real Nathan. The one who kept score. I owe you nothing, I said. You stole from your own company. You betrayed your mother. You let our baby die. He flinched. He was never mine, he said. He was always yours. You wanted a family so badly. Not me. I never wanted children. The walls closed in. What? I only did it to shut you up. Every night in bed. Every doctor's appointment. I hated it. The words landed like fists. Each one. Breaking something. You didn't want him? He shook his head. No. He was an accident. A mistake. I was going to leave you anyway. And then the ground opened. This was always going to end, he said. I was just waiting. Waiting for the money. Waiting for my chance. Tara was always part of the plan. I couldn't breathe. You never loved me. He laughed. Loved you? Why would I love you? You were a nobody, dirt poor, from nowhere. I married you to spite my mother. That's the whole truth. I saw it. The whole picture. Every kiss. Every promise. Every I'll die for you. All a lie. All a game. He played me. 4 years. And I let him. Because I wanted to believe. Because I thought love was enough. It wasn't. It never would be. Arlo stepped between us. Get out of here, he said. Nathan, walk away, or I'll bury you. Nathan smirked. You've got nothing on me. That money is hidden. You'll never find it. Arlo pulled out his phone. One button. A voice on the other end. Send the evidence. Now. Nathan's smirk vanished. What evidence? Everything, Arlo said. Every transaction. Every account. Every shell company. The SEC will get it in the morning. You're finished. Nathan stared. His face was blank. The mask. Finally. Fully. Gone. You can't do this, he whispered. I will. I'll destroy you. Already done. I walked to the door. I didn't look back. But I heard him cry. Sobbing. Crawling. Begging. The sound I'd never heard before. The sound of a man losing everything. I stepped outside. The air was cold. Clean. Free. Arlo joined me. Where are we going? He asked. Home, I said. The real one. Where no one knows me. No one judges me. A place where I can start again. He nodded. I know a plane. I have a ticket. You're leaving tonight. I looked at him. Come with me. He froze. What? You, I said. Come with me. You're the only one who stayed. The only one who saw. Without you, I'd be dead. He didn't answer. He just looked at me, like he was seeing me for the first time. Are you sure? He asked. Completely. Your grandmother told me to protect you, not to leave you. Then don't leave. I reached for his hand. He took it. He squeezed. Okay, he said. I'll come. I'll always come. And for the first time in months, I didn't feel alone. I felt found. The plane left at midnight. Small. Private. Heading west. I looked out the window. The city shrank. The lights flickered. The past disappeared. I was starting over. With nothing. But with everything. Nathan would face prison. Tara would be charged. Victoria's empire would crumble. The Sterlings were done. And I was free. Not victorious. But free. Maybe that was enough. Maybe someday it would be more. But for now, I took the first step. Into the dark. Into the unknown. And Arlo was right beside me. The whole way. The plane landed at LAX. I didn't sleep. Arlo held my hand the whole way. We took a car to the coast. A small apartment overlooking the water. Arlo had arranged it. Clean. Simple. Unfurnished. You'll need new everything, he said. I don't need much. Just a bed. We bought one that afternoon. A mattress on the floor. I slept 12 hours straight. When I woke up, the sun was bright. The ocean was loud. Arlo was cooking eggs in the kitchen. You have a call, he said. From the bank. I took the phone. Evelyn's money had transferred. $200,000. Free and clear. I stared at the number. You can start over, Arlo said. I can. I called a lawyer. A woman named Diana. She was sharp. Hard. No nonsense. She took the case in 5 minutes. Your husband is in deep trouble, she said. The SEC is building a case. Your statement will help. But then she paused. There's a problem. I gripped the phone. Nathan transferred money into your account. 6 months ago. $700,000. My stomach dropped. What? From Sterling Group accounts. It's flagged as embezzlement. You're listed as the beneficiary. I didn't know, I said. I had no idea. Diana was quiet. It doesn't matter, she said. The prosecution might target you, unless you prove you were unaware. How? records, testimony, anything. I hung up. Arlo looked at me. She's right, he said. Nathan set you up. He planted the money to use you as a scapegoat. The bastard. The scheming, lying bastard. He'd planned everything. Every detail. I sat down on the bare floor. My head was spinning. He wants me to go down with him, I said. That's why he confessed. To implicate me. Arlo knelt beside me. We can fight this. With what? The records Diana mentioned. You have hospital documents, Snapchat screenshots, his confession in the warehouse. I nodded slowly. Those things proved he was guilty, but they didn't prove I was innocent. I need more, I said. Something that shows I didn't know. Something that shows he was controlling everything. Arlo bit his lip. I might have something. What? Nathan kept a private phone, a burner. He used it for the financial stuff. I found it in his office. Before we left. My pulse quickened. You have it. It's in my bag. With his fingerprints all over it. I scrambled to my feet. Show me. He pulled out a black phone. Cracked screen. Cheap case. I turned it on. No passcode. Nathan was careless. Always. I scrolled through the messages. Transfers. Accounts. Shell companies. Names of people he'd bribed. One message stood out. To a banker in the Cayman Islands. Transfer $700K to Karen's account. Use her maiden name. She won't notice. The date matched. 6 months ago. He didn't just set me up. He bragged about it. I handed the phone back to Arlo. Send this to Diana. Every message. Every contact. Now. He didn't hesitate. While he worked, I paced. The apartment was small, but it felt huge. My heart was pounding. Nervous energy. Then my own phone rang. Unknown number. I answer.